Using Doug Insight's intuitive interpretation, my project is coming along nicely. I am QCing all my work, but seem to have got myself into a mess by turning everything on at once. As you can see, my control panel is hidden away, and I would like to clear up the display using hotkeys if possible. Lucky for me, Insight has many hotkeys for exactly this purpose. The display is overloaded with features, and I want to quickly hide some of these objects. CTRL-SHIFT-I will toggle on and off the intersections for all the views together. There is a cycle of 3 modes, starting from all intersections to no intersections, to just the 3D scroll positions. Let's reset to see that again. The first click is no intersections. The second click shows the 3D scroll intersections in the map view. The third click returns all intersections. If required, I can also use CTRL-I to change the intersections for a single view without updating the other views. The crosshair is a bit large and distracting. A quick CTRL-SHIFT-X takes care of that. The crosshair will also be excluded from any image captures, whilst displaying only as a circle. The next issue is that my right mouse click doesn't provide me with a display menu anymore. It's not immediately obvious why it doesn't work, and so I click the Escape hotkey to see if that helps. It does. It appears I had left the horizon interpretation active, blocking other activities. If in doubt, hit the Escape button. This will close out interpretation objects, allowing other activities to take place. New to the 4.8 release is a Display Settings Interpretation tab, which allows me to hide and show interpretations quickly and easily. Turning off all interpretations instantly hides the active horizons, faults, polygons, and probes. Turning them on again restores them exactly as they were previously, remembering and honouring the active display settings from the main control panel. CTRL-SHIFT-A is a hotkey that does the same operation as toggling all interpretations. See how the hotkey activates the display settings checkboxes. CTRL-SHIFT-O turns off only the probes. CTRL-SHIFT-H turns off only the horizons. Note that the hotkeys are updating the 3D view and section window together, so that CTRL-SHIFT-P in the active section view turns off polygons in the 3D view. The windows are linked to the display settings, the same way that the scale and position parameters are. Turning off the links allows me to turn off the faults in section view, but leave them on in the 3D view, using CTRL-SHIFT-F in the active section view. Also note that the map view is not linked to the section or 3D views, as most objects need to be independently viewed in this display. I must use the CTRL-SHIFT-A hotkey separately in this window to turn off the faults, polygons and probes, leaving only the horizon. This R-blind doesn't look quite right. In fact, it appears to be reversed. To horizontally flip any section, including this R-blind, I can use CTRL-R. Much better. I can see the seismic now. This is the seismic that I made the interpretation on, but it would be good to QC my interpretation against the other volumes in this project. This is easy when I use the page up and page down hotkeys for scrolling through the volume data. There are my offset gather planes. There's the interval velocity data and RMS velocity. Some nice spectral decomposition, and some structural attributes. There is the pseudo-relief volume, which really makes the seismic come alive. That's what I'm looking for. I wonder if I can enhance this by brightening the amplitudes. I can make the colours colder with F6 and hotter with F5, but I seem to have messed it up completely now. Luckily, F4 will return back to the class settings. Using the CTRL-SHIFT-H hotkey, I can see how well my horizons match to this attribute. Flashing the horizon on and off lets me see the seismic signature below the horizons. Using CTRL-SHIFT-F again, I also see the faults. It's looking good, but I need to get rid of some of those fault interpretations. A quick tap on the spacebar opens the control panel, so I can turn off those extra fault interpretations. Perfect. Don't forget that you don't even need to remember the hotkeys. They're all listed right here in the session under the Hotkeys menu. All that's left to do now is save my session with a quick Ctrl-S and continue QCing my work. Thank you, Hotkeys. If you have questions or would like to discover more, then visit our website at www.doug.com. And remember, have fun with Insight.